So you think you want to live in Yuma, Arizona. Do you even know where Yuma, Arizona is? Well, I will tell you, it is the sunniest place in the world. We get 364 days a year of sun. Maybe not quite that much, but it's fairly close. Blue, beautiful skies, few clouds, and when we do get clouds, it's beautiful sunrises and sunsets here. I want to go over a few pros and cons with you about living in Yuma. I've been here about 3.5 years, and I have learned to love it here. We get a lot of winter visitors because of our great weather. In the wintertime, we have amazing weather. It's actually 80 degrees here today. It's almost mid-January, which is typically not this warm for this time of the year, but it's usually in the 60s to 70s as a high in the wintertime, which makes it awesome for getting outdoors and doing a lot of outdoor activities. But I want to talk to you about some of the other pros and cons about living here in Yuma. People think of Yuma as a small town. When I moved here, my realtor that helped us buy our house said, it's a small town, everybody knows everybody. I said, that can't possibly be true. Well, I will tell you that it is, especially when you're in a business such as mine. Everybody tends to know everybody. You go to the store, you run into somebody that you know. It is a very small town. However, there's plenty to do here. If you like going to the river, we have a river that runs through town. We have wetlands that you can go in with a little beachy area that you can go and swim. We have the beach, which is only 2.5 hours away in San Diego. You can go hiking. There are desert trails if you have a quad or side-by-side to go out and do some running out in the desert. There's a lot of hiking here. We are kind of centrally located between San Diego and Phoenix. So you're close to the beach, you're close to the mountains. Up in Julian is where we go. And, you're also close to Phoenix, which is about 2.5, 3 hours away. So Phoenix, Mesa, Scottsdale, all those places are relatively close if you want to go somewhere like that. There's also lots of golfing here if you like to golf. There's plenty of activities, especially in the winter months, for people to do. Some of the cons about living in Yuma, of course, the biggest is the heat. It can get up into the 120, 125 on a bad day. But you usually get about a week where it's about 120 degrees here. All your plants will tend to die off, but it's not bad. You get used to it, and it's not really a dry heat. It does get a little humid here, but you do acclimate after a while. So right now I've been here about 3.5 years, and if it gets below, 75, 70 degrees, I'm looking for a sweater to put on. One of the other big drawbacks and changes about living here, we moved here from Colorado, which we could go 15 minutes in any direction and find, a movie theater or Home Depot or, anything that we wanted, 15 minutes in any direction. When we moved here, we were shocked to find out there's really one of everything. There is one Home Depot, there's one Lowe's. We have a couple of Walmarts, but there was one Chipotle. We now have two, but they're both in town. There's one Sam's Club, but no Costco. So you're a little more limited to what you might be used to in a big city. But again, we are only a few hours away from a large city to go and get things that you might need from a specialty store. We do have one Sprouts. We did get that in a few years ago, so that was a plus for sure. We also have only 2 movie theaters, which of course during the time of COVID, you may or may not want to go. They are back open again, but I haven't been in probably almost a year now. So that's one thing I do miss during this whole COVID season is going to the movies. But you have 2 to choose from. So not a whole lot of choice here in Yuma, but there's plenty to do if you want to do that. Hope this helps. And if you're thinking about buying a second home here, let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you.